in the department. And from what you can see so far, it means that such a student, if he finds himself in an executive position or a managerial position, has been trained to understand a bit of the administrative legal system that governs the organization, has also been trained to understand the policy regime within which the organization actually works, has also been trained to understand the financial management system, has also been trained to understand the personnel management system, and then business policies that could be pursued to promote the organization. So such a person usually has not been trained in a straight jacket kind of manner, but has been trained to have broad knowledge in all these areas, so that within a managerial kind of position, the person can help to develop every segment of the organization in which he or she works. So you can find an organization like Tallow Oil Company in Ghana advising for or advertising for a job vacancy like government advisor. We need a government advisor. Why do they need a government advisor as an oil company? Because before you go out there to sign a contract, you are going to sign a contract with government. You need to understand also the parliamentary processes of approving the arrangements that you are going to have with the government. And so before you go into a country to make this kind of investment, the one playing the music at the background, please. Thank you. Right. So before even tallow oil goes to a country to actually invest there, they rely on their government advisors or public sector governance advisors to advise them as to whether it is the right kind of environment for them to invest. So from the training that you get from public administration, the training that we've given you in business policy, constitution and administrative law, democracy and the policy making processes, this should put you in a place like the man standing there looking at the global stage to be able to advise also the organization as to whether or not it is a good place to invest. I have found some of my students or some of our students working with many international development organizations as government advisors. There are some who also work with government at the presidency. I think last year when we did this program, that's before COVID-19 came, some of them came to the business school at the auditorium to also speak about their experiences. It's unfortunate that because of COVID, we can't interact with some of these graduates. But basically, if you pick a public administration major, you should be able to understand the public sector processes that could either enhance or undermine a business like tallow oil business. So the public administration major helps you to get even jobs in business entities like tallow oil and manufacturing entities, many multinational government and multinational private entities as well. Because every business, whether public or private, the legal regime within which they operate, and then how the government of the country operates. So if you visit the World Bank website, they will tell you that in any country, the success of the private sector depends on how government with about 11 role of government in supporting starting a business, dealing with construction permits, getting electricity, registering property, getting credits from banks, protecting investors, paying taxes, and then all that. It determines whether or not the business is going to boom or business is not going to do well. So as a public administration major, you are expected to understand some of these variables, how they affect the private sector of business, and then whether or not, if you are working within a multinational corporation, whether or not you can advise your organization to invest in a particular country or not to invest in a particular country. So the public sector is very critical in driving private sector businesses, multinational corporations. And before businesses invest in any country, they look at the role of government in all these 11 areas. So as a public administration expert who also has got training in areas of law, and I know that level 200, you've already done commercial law 1, commercial law 2. So in the public administration department, we add administrative law, constitutional law, and then the other one. So you should be able to understand how the legal regime operates, and then how the governance system operates, and then the impact of that system on the business within which you work. It should help you if you are very serious to also rise very fast, because it means that your views and opinions will be highly respected by management. Right. So coming to almost the end, I would say that a major in public administration is not a bad idea, or will not be a bad idea at all, because it's going to prepare you for jobs in the private sector of business. It's going to also prepare you for jobs in international development organizations. It's going to prepare you for jobs within the banking sector, state-owned enterprises, even health sector, and every sector that you can think of. So at the end of the day, I expect that those who take the public administration option will have carefully consider whether they want to be prepared for jobs in any of these sectors, so that at the end of the day, their careers will be enhanced. So the public administration major is a very important major within the department, and we have so many of our graduates getting jobs out there. There are also those who have finished the public administration major, and then they have gone on to also do their law programs, maybe because of also the many law courses that we have within the program. So there are students who initially wanted to do the law program, but they didn't get the opportunity to do it first time. The public administration option will prepare you very well, and I think will give you a foot ahead. I always say that some of the very best lawyers that you find in Ghana, all of them finished their first degrees before they started doing the law program. So if you wanted to do law and then you didn't get it as a first degree program, and now you think that you are lost, you are not lost at all. Our department is the right place for you to prepare you, and then to give you that kind of a good training, and afterwards you can go ahead to pursue your law degree. We also have students who have finished the public administration program, and then in their masters, they are doing their MBAs or Masters Business Administration, either in marketing or human resource management, and then other areas, so that at the end of the day, it gives them a better prospect of getting higher jobs at a higher level of management. So this is what we have within the public administration department. We have another unit called the Health Services Management Department, but that one, because I'm not a health expert, so I have asked Obian and his team that they organize another session tomorrow, possibly, so that someone from the department, from the health session, will come in and speak about that aspect. So without wasting much time, I will end here and then take your questions. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. I must say we appreciate what you've done. You've actually done justice to what we expected. So, listeners and viewers, if you clearly paid attention to what Dr. Appiah said, you realize that he spoke about the employment opportunities within the course. He moved on to speak about where you are heading to. The course, you don't offer the course because you have friends who want to do it, but then you look out for where you want to end up in life, and you decide whether you join the course or not. And I like the fact that he made emphasis on the fact that public administration is one of the best courses that you would love to offer when you find yourself in the business school. So now that he's done, I'm pretty sure that we have a lot of questions for him. So just as I said, if you have any question to ask, you can pen down your question or send your question to the chat room. I would just notice it and I'll read it out to him and he would answer. If you would equally want to read your question yourself, what you have to do is to just raise your hand. When I find when I see your hand up, I would just call you and tell you to unmute yourself so that you can ask your questions. So I'm going to the chat room. I think we have a question from someone. I don't know the name. The name is iPhone. So I'm reading it to you, sir. It says, please, sir, can you work outside the country with a degree in public administration? I think that's a very important question. So, sir, please, can you attend to that question for us?
Right. Yes, my dear friend, you can work outside the country with a degree in public administration. One of my students, Harriet, she not, I think 3 months ago, she was with GIZ. That's a German International Development Organization. And then just about a month ago, she said after having worked with them for about 6 years or so, she's now tired. So she has moved now to USA, United States, International Development Agency. And there are so many students who are working within the international development space. So anywhere that you find yourself in the world, you can work with a degree in public administration. It is well respected. The most important thing is that you prove yourself in any interview or before any interview panel. So it is not just because you have a degree in accounting or marketing or HR or public administration, so you are guaranteed a job. No, the real deal comes when you are offered an opportunity before an interview panel, and that is where you show your mettle, you show whether or not you are really the one that they are looking for. But that said, University of Ghana's degrees are recognized globally, internationally, and you can see on the world university rankings that we are really way up there among developing countries. So you can take it outside out there.
All right, thank you very much, sir. So basically, I think he has answered that. It's a yes. Sir, please, the next question is coming from Navisa, and it says, Doc, please, people are of the notion that public administration is the easiest course in the business school, and that's what drives a lot of people are of the notion that public administration is the easiest course, and for that reason, most of the students would want to do it, regardless of where they are heading to. So he's asking you if you have an advice for such people who presume that public administration is the easiest course, and for that reason, they choose it instead of any other course that they have their strengths in.
Right, thank you very much, Obi. I think we have one of the best lecturers who make the course very easy, and we love to interact with students. We joke, we dine sometimes. So it is easy, not because it is cheap, but we make it easy, and we make you really feel at home. But coming back to the most important question, don't take a course because it is easy. From what you can see on the screen, there are many career paths. And so when you apply for any job and then you say, for instance, I have an interest in public sector governance, I have an interest in developing businesses, I have an interest in marketing, they are really going to see whether your electives and the courses that you have taken really support what you are saying. So first you have to think about your career. What kind of career do you really want to pursue? Otherwise, you find yourself in a public administration department. If you are not the type of person who likes to read a lot, maybe you are the mathematics oriented, you like calculation, and then you go away, you are going to feel frustrated because this is a program that requires you to read a lot, critically think through what you read, and then take positions. So it is for those who want to take it because it is they think that it is very easy. It is not an easy thing at all. I usually say calculations are easy, maybe for those who find it easy, but I don't find the program to be really easy. Only we make it very easy for you. If it fits within your career path, that's it. That's good.
All right, thank you very much. And to add up to what I think Doc has said, it's very true. But then what we need to know is that it depends on where you're heading to. In as much as people think it is easy, we have students who fail in public administration. In as much as we think accounting and the other courses are difficult, we have individuals who are getting first class. So basically, it's not about how easy the course is. It's easy depending on how you approach it. So let us take note of that. Doc, please, the next question is coming from Abigail. Abigail, I think the question is, please, with a combination of public administration and sociology, can you also be welcomed in the fields of jobs you mentioned earlier? With a combination of public administration and sociology, can the person also venture into the field of jobs that you mentioned earlier in your presentation?
Yes, certainly. Public administration, sociology. The most important thing here is the acquisition of knowledge. So if you look at the public administration, sociology, and then you think that the combination of the courses is okay for you, it fits into your career path, certainly it can prepare you to fit anywhere. One of my friends acquisited sociology, and I think he minored in religions at the time when we were both students here. And is the one in charge of Access Bank in terms of their branch operations today. So it depends on what you really want to do with the knowledge that you've acquired. So whichever course or program that you are doing, the most important thing is to ask yourself, which sector, which kind of career do you really want to do? So that as you are taking various courses, you are asking questions in class based on the insights that you've got and then the direction that you want to pursue. So public administration, sociology, fantastic. It is very, very good. But once again, at the end of the day, you ask yourself, where do you want to go? Somebody might do from public administration in Chinese, because the person is thinking that now, if you look at the global space of manufacturing across countries, Chinese are everywhere. Chinese businesses are everywhere. They have opened up their manufacturing, industries everywhere. And so adding Chinese to his public administration or her public administration is going to be able to also help the person to get a job in a multinational organization where they are going to rely on his basic knowledge or middle level knowledge in Chinese to also interact with Chinese investors. And that will be a perfect for someone who is thinking like that in that particular dimension. That will be a perfect combination, public administration and Chinese. So whilst you are trying to understand the public administration system, let's say in China, you can also then interact with the Chinese to also try and then find out certain things. So the most important thing is not just about the combination, but it is about where do you want to go. But once you are a bit clear about what kind of job you want to do, then public administration sociology is not bad at all. A lot of thinking went into it. That's why the two were put together. Or you find public administration Chinese, and then the other parents that you have at the end of the day. I remember when I finished my master's degree in Norway, for instance, the Chinese language had now been made compulsory in their secondary school education, that every Norwegian should learn Chinese, because they are learned that now the global space, China is the one that is going to lead. And so they wanted their graduates to be able to interact with Chinese, to take opportunities in Chinese businesses, and then also to move with the time. So it is about you learning about where the world is going, what kind of role you really want to play, and then now picking the subject combination that you think best prepare you for where you want to go.
All right, thank you very much, Doc. I think he has even more than answered the question. So if you have any other question that had to do with combinations, I think he had gone the extreme to explain to you reasons why you should do that combination, depending on where you want to also get to. So the next question that we have here is that, Doc, I want to ask, that is from Silas. I want to ask if a person can combine law education and masters in public within the same time frame after first degree. I want to ask if a person can combine law education and masters in public within the same time frame after first degree. Silas is a very matured man, so I understand this question.
Right, yeah. This is a very interesting. The question is whether you have the time, whether you have the time to combine a master's in public administration and then also a law degree, because both are very demanding. Both are very demanding. But let's assume that if your law degree program is in the evening, and then the master's administration program, let's say, is in the weekend, yes, you can do it. You can do it. I've seen people who have really, given everything that they have to do combined or different degrees at the same time. Uh, Now I am teaching as a lecturer. I am also doing a degree program somewhere, so it depends on you and it depends on your ambition. You can do it. You can combine that. If you are determined to do it, you can do it. But it is not going to be easy. Combining law and public administration at the same time, that one, trust me, it won't be easy at all. It's going to really, really stretch you. So my advice rather would be that if you have an interest in doing law, then why not do the public administration now, so that after the masters, now after the after the pre. But when you are doing your law degree, oh, let me even just say yes. I think 2 years ago, one of my students who was doing the master's in public administration, the weekend program, was also doing the law degree at the same time. So she graduated at the same time. A lady, and today she is making it. So you can do it. You can do it, but it wasn't easy. There are times that she had to skip some lectures with apologies, and it was quite stressful, but she did it anyway. So you can do it.
All right, thank you very much. So, Sir Silas, I think your question has been answered, and that is you can do it. You can do it. Everything is possible. It depends on how you work around things for your own good. Doc, please, moving on to the next question coming from Jennifer Ejapon. It says, can I add, let's say, accounting to public administration being the major? Can I add accounting to public administration being the major? I don't understand the question well, but that is exactly what is there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, can I add, let's say, accounting to public administration being a
Yes,
major?
please.
If you are doing a major in public administration, I have met some of my students who are doing the major in public administration, and they are doing the professional ACCA or ICA courses. I met one guy last semester in level 400, and he had reached, I think, the level 3 of ACCA. And I met another guy who was also at level 3 of ICA. So you can do the major in public administration, and I would advise that you take the professional accounting programs. And by the time that you finish level 400, you will at the end of the day have both, at least knowledge from both ends. But if you are doing a major in public administration, we have 1 or 2 accounting courses, a public sector accounting that you take. Apart from that, you cannot go to the accounting department and then take their accounting courses.
All right, thank you very much, Doc.
Take the accounting courses, yeah, but you can take the professional courses, and that is something I advise many of my students to also do to enhance their career prospects.
All right, thank you very much, Doc. Please, this coming from I can't mention the name very well, Kane's Kid, and it says, sir, please, based on your sir, please, based on your experience in public administration, what other advice will you give us as we are about majoring in public administration? What advice are you giving them now that they've taken the decision that they want to major in public administration, aside the advice on the course and what the course entails, information you're giving them? What additional advice are you giving them?
Okay. The advice is the same that I usually give to my students in class. There are 2 things about pursuing a successful career. The first one is that you need to identify the kind of career that you want to pursue. And then secondly, during your vacations, you have to make use of your vacations to do internships, as many internships as possible. For instance, if we have a 3-month vacation period, make sure that you do no less than 2 jobs, 1 month for a job, 1 month for a job. So by the time you finish your public administration degree, you have acquired little bits and pieces of experiences from many organizations, so that when you apply, you're applying for a job they will know that this is someone who is very serious in pursuing a career within the kind of field that he or she has applied for. The second thing too that I also advise students is that it is useful these days to have a certificate in one of the language courses. Usually I advise students go and take Chinese language. Go to the as a Confucius Institute, register, and then do a language course. Because there are now so many organizations or businesses that are looking for not just people doing accounting or marketing or HR or public administration, but people who have a global perspective and then can also interact with other investors. So once you're already doing the public administration, don't waste your vacation at all. Use it to do a language course, or use it to do even ACCA level 1, ICA level 1, or if marketing, you want to market programs in public administration. Let's say you find yourself in government at the highest level of government, the presidency, or in some public sector organization, you want to market their programs. Of course, you need some bits and pieces of knowledge for marketing. You can use your elective options to do courses from marketing or some from HR. But I also advise that try as much as possible to do some professional course. Unlike those in accounting who cannot come and take your public administration course, you can go and then do a professional course in accounting. Those in marketing cannot come and then do a whole degree in public administration outside the university, or a whole professional course in public administration outside. But you can pursue a professional course in marketing, or you can pursue a professional course in accounting or HR. So don't waste the time. Always be a step ahead, because you are doing a program that does not have a professional counterpart outside, at least in the context of Ghana. And also use your time to do some other professional certificate course, add this to your public administration, and then you go very, very far.
All right. Thank you very much, Doc. I think Doc has really made a very nice point, considering the fact that in our current dispensation, we find ourselves in a country where we see most of the companies being managed by the Chinese people. Some of us, you started learning small the Chinese. So in any
That's
time
good.
soon, we would start applying over there and everything would work for us. So that is the advice. As you are doing the public administration, you can venture into other professional courses and learn new things to add up to the knowledge you are having. Public administration gives you the opportunity to explore to other fields. You are not restricted, unlike the other courses. And that is one of the major advantages of majoring in public administration. Prof, please, the next question is there any professional course in public administration? That is coming from Gerald Bentel. Is there any professional course in public administration?
There used to be what is called the ICASA, that's the Chartered Institute of Administrators and then Managers. It's been quite a long time since I heard of them, so I think you can find out online. Chartered Institute of Administrators and then Managers, and then they had the secretaries at that time. The secretaries didn't make it very popular, so you can find out as to whether it is still running. There is also some Chartered Public Manager Certification Program that is yet to start. It is now UPSA that will be hosting it. It is an international program, and then it is only one institution in the country that is given the opportunity to host it, and all other tertiary institutions can log on to it. But so far it is yet to start. So for now, I would say that the one that used to exist is called the Chartered Institute of the Public Administrators and Secretaries, but I don't know whether it is still running. You can check it out. It's been a long time since I heard about that particular program. Right, so you can check that one out. But to the best of my knowledge, there is not in this country as we speak now a professional certificates program in public administration. The one that I have made the effort is yet to start. Hopefully, maybe it should start next year. That's the Chartered Public Managers program.
All right, thank you very much, Doc. So Doc has made emphasis on the fact that from his point of view, there is nothing like that, just so that you don't contradict his statements when you find out that it is going on somewhere. So just take note of that. And
Right.
Doc, I think Jennifer wasn't clear. Her question wasn't answered clear for her. The question is that
Okay.
with the add or drop of courses, can she
Yeah.
add accounting to public administration, being the major course,
Right.
as it was said in other symposiums?
Yeah. Can you add accounting to public administration?
Yes,
You
please.
cannot
Being
add
the major
accounting to
course.
public. Right. Being so, if public administration is your major course, you know the accounting courses, it builds up one on after the other. So you cannot just go and then pick any course in accounting and then add it. You cannot just go and pick any course in accounting and add it. So you have to find out from the accounting department as to which courses, but usually they do not allow people who have not done either the accounting from level 300 to come and then pick their courses there, because they say those students will hold them back, or they will bring the image of if the students do not perform well and they fail, then they will bring the image of the departments down. But what I've seen, as I said earlier, is students who are doing public administration major and rather pursuing a charter certificate in that through the ICA or the ACCA. But if you are doing public administration, what we have is public sector accounting as one course that you will do, and then public finance. But students, I don't know of any students who go to the accounting department and is allowed to pick their courses. No, it doesn't happen. However, those who are doing accounting, I've seen some of them, we allow them to come and take a course like level 300 course like public administration or local government. You know, so they have two opportunities to take a course from our department. But that's all that they are permitted to, because you have a minimum and a maximum workload, so they cannot do many courses from our department. So that is what officially I know. You know, so
Yeah.
you don't have that kind of luxury to go to accounting to add courses, but you can do professional courses.
Thank you very much, Doc. So I think Jennifer, now you are clear. Please, we
Jennifer,
are still.
is it clear?
Yes, I think she says it's clear.
Right,
It's very
right,
good
good.
now.
And Jennifer, I think just to add, you can also, when you go back, and Jennifer, and then do all of you listen, you can download the humanities course, the humanities program from the university website, and then know what it permits you to do. One thing that I've noticed is that many students have not downloaded it and then read it to know what is it that they are permitted to do or not to do. And that also sometimes makes some of the students a bit frustrated. But once you read it and then you know what you are permitted to do or not to do, it helps a great deal. Right.
Okay, Doc. So just as you said, you can download the Humanities Handbook from the university website. I personally have downloaded it. So you can visit the website and download it anytime you want to use it. Please, we are still taking questions. I think I've exhausted almost all the questions in the chat room. If you have any other question to ask, please do send it here so that Doc could respond to it before he leaves us. But Doc, before any other question comes, we would equally want to know how best you would function in the public administration department, just so that if we are offering the course and we face any challenge, we can, if we can quickly come to you, just as you did to some of us. If we have any problem beyond the course that we are offering, we could even come to you, and you were ready to accept us.
Yeah, I am a student's friend. So sorry, there was an interruption. I hope you can hear me.
Yes,
Hello.
please, we can hear you well.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I am a student's friend.
Yes, Doc, please, we can hear.
A friend of students. So you can always send me an email and then I'll respond. If you have challenges pertaining to your course, or social challenges not related even to the course, your academic life, you can send me an email and then for us to chat as friends or for us to talk about it. When I was a student, I had many wonderful lecturers who opened their doors like that to me. And I always say that when I had the scholarship to go outside, it was a lecturer in this university who at that time took me to the bank and then took money from her account at that time before the redenomination, said, Daniel, 11 million, so just take it and then go and buy your ticket and go. So many lecturers have been so wonderful to me that I don't know how else to relate to students than to also be wonderful to you. So I am available for consultation or for interaction. And you can find my email on the screen. D appears appiah at eugene.edu.gh. So if you send me an email, we can talk. One thing that I would like to also add is that I have also come across many students who, under normal circumstance, they would not have done business administration, and this is a reality that I have come across often. There are many students who have been pushed there by their parents to do business administration because their parents think that, oh, once you finish a program in business administration, then it's easier for you to get a job out there. They jumped in and then they realized that uh, either they didn't have even a background in business, and so they don't understand the accounting and then the maths background, the business mathematics and all that. So they are struggling, they are failing and all that. They are so disappointed, so down. Please send me an email and then let's talk. Okay. The fact that you are not doing well doesn't mean that you are not good for anything. You have your strengths, and so let's identify your strengths and then let's help you. If possible, sometimes if it's necessary to speak to the parents to relax a bit on you and then to understand your challenges, we will do that for you. I found students who were not performing well at all in their accounting courses, their math courses, but after we took them through a period of counseling, some of them have now finished the program in public administration, which they links up to what they wanted to do. They have opened up their own businesses or they are going higher in their careers. This is not to say that if you don't know what to do, come to the public administration departments. No. What I'm saying is that if you are not sure of what to do, or if you are being forced to do what you don't want to do, send me an email to talk or identify the course advisor in your department, approach the person, and then they will also give you the time and then advise you very well. So we are here for you, to serve you, and then to help you to finish your program and then to excel. We are not going to push what you don't want to do on you. That's why I'm saying that I'm just giving you an overview of what the program is about, and you are the one who knows your strengths, your capacity, your abilities, what you want to achieve in future. If the public administration program fits into what you want to do, or if it can prepare you to fit into where you want to go, it will be a fantastic idea. You are welcome. We are here to help you to go very far. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc. Yeah, we are very much grateful. And um, personally, I've had a very good relations with Doc, so I understand him very well. He's a very principled man, but a very lovely person to be with. I recollect when I was going for SRC president, I used to go to his office and he would be telling me things that I'm supposed to do, giving me tips to win elections. And today I also gave him tips for our Disador colleague to also win. We are hoping that they would win, just so that Sir would be very happy and would release our results for us. Even though we all know what can come, but let's just be silent and
Master,
hope
let
that.
our disco sleep. Let our disco
So,
sleep.
Doc, on behalf of the BAJCR, we are very much grateful for your time. In fact, you fed us with more than enough information to give us reasons why we should do public administration. And I believe we are well informed, and it would be a part of the decision that we would take coming academic year. And we pray for long life for yourself and your family. Keep doing the good work. And we know that at the end, good news would always be for you. Thank you very much. I would move on to announcements before we adjourn the meeting.
All right.
Please, those of us who haven't
Thank
been
you
making
very much.
payments of our BAJCR dues, please let's do our possible best to randomly pay our BAJCR dues, because that is the money that we use to run the administrative works of the business school. And you could see that this executive board is doing so much, even in this COVID period. It comes with funds, it comes with money. So we plead that each and every student should try his or her best to make sure that you pay your BAJCR, you take your receipt, and if it comes with any souvenir, you make sure that you present your receipt and take them. And I believe together we can make the business school great. Without wasting much time, I would call Madam Navisa to give us a closing prayer, and then we adjourn the meeting. So Navisa, you can unmute yourself and pray, give us a closing prayer, then we would leave here.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening.
Please, we are praying.
All right.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you for everything you've done for us. We thank you for a successful meeting. We thank you for the life of each and everyone who is here. We pray that as we go on with our day, you, O Lord, will continue to be with us. And at the end of the day, all glory and honor will be unto your name. These are many things we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. So thank you all for coming. We just look forward to having those who be majoring in public health to join when the link is out there, so that you can also be fed with the information within that department to inform your decision. God bless us all. Let us enjoy our day, and let's hope Adisado College would win. But if they don't, say please, I have an issue with you. Thank you very much.
What Santa has done to you, eh?
But you were teasing me when I left. That's why I say.
Let's talk about it. Why? Be safe.
Anyway, you let me go. Bye-bye.
All the best. Say bye.
All right. Thank you.